Hello, good morning, good evening. Well, it's obviously night here. Good night, family caregivers, carers. Dr. Lana here, specialist gerontologist. And if we have not met before, I am, as I said, a gerontologist, and my passion is for family caregivers. What are we talking about tonight? We've spoken so much about money and caring and self care and all that, but this site tonight we're going to talk about qualities, and for the next few weeks, we're going to talk about qualities that make an exceptional caregiver. So we already know that family caregivers, you guys are special stuff. Just seem to have extra powers. True. And I've been talking to quite a few family caregivers in the last couple of weeks. And I kid you not, each one of them said, when I asked, what quality makes for a good family caregiver? Everybody, first thing they said was patience. And I thought, patience? Well, yeah, I could see that. But let's talk about patience as it relates to a positive aspect of patience. Okay, so everybody knows patience is like, ugh, you got to forbear under everything. But no, because this site is for us, for you as family caregivers, to like put your oxygen mask on first to really improve self development, improve relationships, improve happiness, joy. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want more joy in a relationship? Especially in family caregiving, which is, let's face it, for the long, long haul. It's the long journey. We're playing the long game. So let's start off with, as usual, a basic definition. So feel free to join in the discussion, ask your questions. I'll monitor the chat and just let me know, what quality do you find or do you think that you need the most when you're a family caregiver? You've got a gazillion things to do. Oh, how do you manage, and why is patience so necessary? So let's dive. Let's go right in. And so remember, this site is for you. Put your oxygen mask on first. All to do is starting from within so that we can always give from our overflow. So, dictionary definition. Now we know that's just the baseline we're going to start with. It says, and this is a Webster's dictionary, and you can look this up. I'll leave it in the link below. Thank you, Webster. Four things they mention. Let's say bearing pains or trials calmly or without complaint. That's one. Manifesting forbearance under provocation or strain. That's two. Not hasty or impetuous, meaning you're not just gonna fly off the handle or lose it. Four, steadfast despite opposition, difficulty, or adversity. And I found those four, I think that encapsulates everything that probably has to do with family caregiving. So I thought, maybe that's a really good definition. Let's see how we can apply it. And in these next few minutes, we're going to talk about personality, the personality quality of patients. And these next 4 weeks, we're going to do the 4P's. So P number one is patience. Got that? We just did that. We just talked about the definition. We're going to break down those four topics, those four definitions into family caregiving. So, and let's see. And when you look at it, and when you watch it, and when you listen, let's think. I'm going to be thinking, okay, am I really doing this? Because trust and believe every single day is not the same when it comes to family caregiving. But it is not meant to be a burden. It really is meant to be a joy. It's meant to be something that enhances our lives. That, you know, it's a responsibility. Yes, it does have challenges, but there's a golden opportunity to link with your loved one in a way that no one else can. All right, so let's take point one. bearing pains or trials calmly and without complaint. I think I'll start with the part of without complaint first. How does that make you patient? Isn't it sometimes difficult to not complain? The sheer volume of work that has to be done as a family caregiver. You have to maintain appointments. You have someone who may or may not be a family member or spouse who may or may not be completely dependent on you, or an assistant, whoever, if you have assistants, for care, for maybe moving them, for taking them to appointments, for making sure that they're healthy, they're doing well as best they can, that they're comfortable, that they're well nourished, well hydrated, and then you're left on the back burner. But if you do try, if we are, as we're doing, taking care of ourselves, you realize that you got to do you first. So making sure that you're well hydrated, you're well taken care of, your your deadlines at work, those are taken care of, the children are fine, the garbage is taken out, everything. There are times that, you may have and as an older lady, my grandmother knew, who always said, when she talked, said, and she sounded like she was going on and on, she would say, Lord, I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. So sometimes you feel like you just want to explain because things are happening so much. So apparently, well, one lovely part of patience is to explain, not complain. Complaint takes us in a negative place, doesn't it? So every time something happens, even if it's good or bad, depending on our perspective, and without patience, we will fall into that negative spiral of complaining. So that's why the first bit of it says, bearing any pain or trials calmly. Do you know a calm person who, for them, like nothing seems to ruffle their feathers? Do you think that person is always happy? No. So it means that we do have a choice, and we're creatures with that wonderful gift of choice. We can choose to be patient. We can choose to bear those pains and those trials, whatever may come our way, whatever unpredictability comes your way, with calm. So think of still waters. Think of how deep they are. Think of how calm this the a river is. You just feel the peace. So if ever you're feeling as though your peace is disrupted, a way to that patience comes in is to take a breath. Here we go, a breath again. Can't leave without it. And think, if I were to explain this, what is it really I'm concerned about? And then you may realize you really weren't complaining after all. You really just wanted a chance to explain something that was troubling you. So that's part one of patience. Isn't that amazing? I was like, what? Definition number two, manifesting forbearance under provocation or strain. And I think this one might require a bit more of like the quality inside. Is provoking in dementia, or personality, or the person is older and they're not remembering. What can happen often is that they may say things, and we know they say things that are so hurtful. They may say it with such venom that you're convinced that it's true, and they are not. It's not in their mind. This is the person that's telling you this mean and seemingly spiteful things. And that can just throw you for a loop. You're thinking, well, I'm doing all of this good. I'm trying to be my best. Every single day, there seems to be a problem. Every day, there is an issue. Every day, I can never get it right. So, how am I manifesting? How can you manifest forbearance? Which is, again, let's look at that definition, being staying underneath or refraining from acting out. So again, if it is um, you're enduring provocation or trials, you're forbearing it. You're taking it on. You're not taking it as your fault. You're not taking it as you're accountable. What we're accountable for is not our feelings. We're accountable for our actions. So patience is really an action word. It's a quality inside, but it shows up in our actions. So when it seems like you feel so hurt or you feel as though it's never ending, it's the long haul, it's the long game, there's so much strain, deadlines at work, nothing went right, you had a flat tire, supermarket was closed just as you were going, pharmacy's out of medication, the person didn't sleep the entire night and obviously neither did you, and family or assistants and someone to just talk to and understand what you're going through, that's not there. You feel all alone in the middle of the night with just your thoughts. How am I going to bear this strain? Patience, that quality, again, is needed of family caregiver. In this case, because the strain can make you say things that you may regret, feel things that you don't want to feel, like resentment, which is a real thing, and it comes with the territory. But it can also make you feel like giving up. And that's the one thing you do not want to do is give up. Because it is such it's such a wonderful journey. Family caregiving is filled with so many twists and turns. But overall, it is a labor of love. And love never fails. So never give up. What you can do when you're feeling provoked, take a walk. Again, take a breath. Find your safe space. We've spoken about that before. You can go in your room or just say, I'll be back and just go somewhere else. Call a friend. Go cook something. Go, whatever space, whatever, and into listen to some music. Just dance in the house, walk on the spot. There are things you can do to sort of not let the provocation or stress or strain get to you and make you feel so downhearted that you just can't get up and go it again the next day, much less thinking about the next week and the next month. You don't want that spiral either. So that's point number 2. Isn't it amazing how patience is like really a virtue? You can see why. I am seeing why. When I read this, I was like, this is amazing. Third point was not being hasty or impetuous. Well, we did speak about that already. Patience means that if you have to, if you're thinking about something, someone says something to you, either it's a family member who has no idea, like what happens on a daily basis, but comes to tell you how you're you're doing your family caregiving wrong, or they don't believe you when you say you wouldn't understand what happened last night, or you can't imagine how challenging that doctor visit was, or mom or dad or uncle or spouse or whoever just said something mean, or this was just so hard last night, it was so tough, and they tell you, just hang in there, or you're not handling it right, or maybe you just need to go drink some water. Urgh. Don't you just want to, it's not just going to make you think, all right, you know what, give me 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna say what I have to say. Patience says, no, not be hasty, not just fly off the handle. So again, what do you do? We're talking to some friends just today. Actually, one said there's this thing that he tries to remember, and it's the 5 4 3 2 1. So 5 4 3 2 1. So next time you feel provoked and you want to say something that's hasty, or you and you know you got into this trap before, sometimes people just say things and they're not say it to be mean and vicious, or they might. But even so, it's our response to it anyway. It's our reaction. It's our response that we want to give, not just react and fly off the handle. So patience says not be hasty, not fly off. So what's this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Well, literally just count down. 5, taking deep breaths at the time. You don't have to tell the person, hold on, I'm counting into 5 for you so that I don't have to say anything, or you know, do it internally. Calm, remember, still waters, peaceful. You may feel that rising up inside. So 5, 4, 3, deep breath, 2, 1. That gives you time to clear your thoughts. It gives you time to settle that fire or lava you feel of emotions or anger coming up inside of you. It gives you time to press the settle button, the pause button. It gives you time to think about what you want to say and how you want to say it, so that even if the comment seemed mean, your reaction, your response, our response creates no further friction. And in fact, you can even be firm with a firm no, with a firm disagree. You can agree to disagree, or sometimes you may just need to explain. The person may just want an explanation. They may literally not understand. Many people do not understand what it means to be a family caregiver day in, day out. And so they may just say things that just because they don't understand. But when something is said to you, or you feel something, you want, or you're feeling hasty, you're feeling like to respond, think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's the best response I can give to this that will settle the situation and also settle my heart and mind? Not have me up now thinking the entire night I could have handled that better. Just saying. It works. Fourth point, steadfast despite opposition, difficulty, or adversity. I like that one because it gives again the idea of something's happening on the outside of you, but patience requires inner strength, inner uh, fortitude, inner peace. So opposition may come. There may be a challenge. You may have a surprise when you go to the doctor's office with your loved one and you hear something that wasn't really good news. You may have health issues and you're facing your own challenges and feel as though you have no one to talk to, or if you do talk, no one is understanding. So those are difficulties. What about financial? Right now, it's so tough. It's getting tougher and tougher economically. You're thinking, how am I going to pay these bills? What happened last week? As soon as there are challenges, the plumbing goes wrong, the car stops working, there's more fees to pay, medication prices went up, and the washing machine stopped working. I mean, it just seems to happen all at once, right? So being steadfast means not that you're perfect or that nothing can move you, because that's not realistic. That's not literally not realistic. It's not gonna happen. But steadfast gives the idea of being a rock or a pillar of support, a pillar, immovable. Not that you won't be shaken, but you won't be shaken off your foundations. You won't be rocked into feeling that this is never going to get any better. Adversity. So adverse situations, maybe it's a even worse health situation. Maybe there is real adversity, as in economically or otherwise. What does patience say? Or steadfast? But does it say you have to do it by yourself, if it seems impossible to do it by yourself, to manage caregiving and to just, oh, I'm steadfast, I'm not moving, I'm great, I got this handled. That doesn't mean you have to do that. What it means, what patience says is, be steadfast, yes. Be, how do you not let yourself be rocked? Sometimes you may need to reach out, seek in your community. Do you need actual help? Do you need assistance? Do you need something to just tide you over for that week? Is it money? Is it time that you may need from your employer? Time from work? Would you need to take time out to get more exercise? Did you drink enough water? I mean, something as basic as dehydration can just make you feel as though everything is going off, and any adversity is really like not bearable. There are persons right now who literally don't know where their next meal is coming from. Is that you? That's an adversity. How can patience, because it's a situation outside of your control, how can patience work for you there? Again, you take a deep breath and you take practical steps. Come from within and take practical steps. So, hope this was helpful information for you. We go over those 4 points just one more time. So, patience, that quality, bearing trials calmly, being able to forbear under provocation or strain, not being hasty or impetuous or just flying off the handle, keeping a steadfast spirit, mind, thought, so that your actions then are from a clear head, even though there's opposition or difficulty. Remember, this is the long game. Every day is not going to be the same. Every day is not going to have oh joy and always happy and everybody went well. Family caregiving is can be testing. So having patience means that your waters, your inside, your peace of mind, you're like that river that while there's a storm on the outside, even if it's ruffling, even if it feels as though you're shaking, you have practical steps. You've taken the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're responding rather than reacting. You're knowing how to handle situations better and better every day. And you can then sleep at night with peace of mind, knowing you've done the best you can. Every day is not going to be the same, but that inequality of patience really is one of the things, core qualities that make a family caregiver exceptional. So, how is that going to work for you this week? If you found this helpful, try it. Try it this week. See how it goes. What are you going to do this week that will, with patience, with calm, with peace, still waters, that will help with not only your own self care, your self feelings, but enhance your relationships, make them improved. Thank you so much for joining. If you found this helpful, remember to like, press the notification bell, and subscribe. Dr. Lana here, and we are working on patience. And I wish you patience, joy, oxygen mask first, self care first in this wonderful journey of family caregiving. So until next time, patience is a virtue, yes, but how we do it, how we manifest it, how we develop it, that is key. So next 3 weeks, more peace coming. But for this week, patience. And if you want to further dive with me, feel free to email me at lana@lanaandmd.com. That's in the description below. And let's have a discussion. Let's have if you want a free Zoom coaching call, just to find out if you're feeling overwhelmed and it's really getting to you and you're not sure where your next steps are. I'm here to help. So just join me and we can have a wonderful discussion. Until then, it's been my absolute pleasure. So until then, take care. Have a fantastic week. Be the still waters. Bye bye.